All right, so if we take a quick look, today we're going to talk about factoring. So I need to factor 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. So what I need to do is I need to come up with two bracketed expressions such that when they get multiplied together, they make this, okay? So in order to understand how we do that, I actually want to go and do an expanding question. So right now I have two bracketed terms. I have one expression 3x plus 2, and I have the other expression 2x plus 1. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this using a FOIL. So first, outside, inside, last. Okay? So let's multiply the first terms together. So 3x times 2x. So that's going to be 6x squared. Then I multiply the outside terms together. So the one on this outside and the one on this side. So 3x times 1, so plus 3x. Then I multiply the insides ones together, so 2 times 2x, which is 4x. And then I multiply the last ones together, so 2 and 1, so I get 2. And then I end up with 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. So now what I want to do is I want to take the method that I used here and try to go backwards, okay, so that I can factor it. And today I'm going to teach you the crisscross method, and if you really can't get a handle on this one, come and see me, and there's a few other methods we can try, okay? But I think if you get good at this one, then next year, especially when you're doing rationals, life is going to be so much easier, okay? So I have 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. Well, I know that when I FOIL here, right, 3x times 2x is 6x squared. So if I can come up with two factors here that when multiplied together they make 6x squared, hopefully they'll be the right ones. So I'm going to try 3x times 2x. So 3x times 2x is 6x squared. And I know this number 2 here is by multiplying these lasts together, so 2 times 1. All right? So I'm going to write 2 times 1 here because 2 times 1 is 2. And what I want to do now is figure out what order to put these in, okay? So like I said, I'm going to use the crisscross method. So I'm going to take the 3x and the 2x, and I'm going to write 3x and 2x. And then I'm going to take the 2 and the 1, and I'm going to write 2 and 1. And when I expand, everything is multiplication. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be multiplying to see if I can get these numbers that add up to 7, okay? So first, we're going to try multiplying across. So 3x times 2, right? I'm just going to put a little dot here for times. 3x times 2 is 6x. So I'm just going to write that down. And then 2x times 1 is 2x. Okay? So I have 6x and 2x. And if I look at that, and if I add them up, I get 8x. And I need to get 7x. So this doesn't work. Okay, so I'm just going to cross that out. So now this is where the cross comes in. Now I want to, now I just want to multiply on a diagonal. Okay, so I'm going to do 3x times 1, which is 3x, and 2x times 2, which is 4x. And now 4x plus 3x is 7x. And if I look over here, that's exactly what I wanted. So I now know that these are definitely 3x and 2x, and then I need the 2 and the 1. Okay? And so when I'm setting it up, I'm going to put my firsts, so 3x and 2x. And then the question is, what order do the 2 and the 1 go in? Okay? So I have to multiply 2x by 2. So to multiply 2x by 2, if I put the 2 here, that won't be a multiplication, right? So since I need to multiply it, I want to put the 2 right here because now I know that they will be multiplied together. So 2x times 2, and it's a positive 2x, so I put the plus sign. Okay? Then I also know I have to multiply 3x by 1. So that means I have to put the plus 1 over here so that that multiplication would happen. So we can quickly check it. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times 1 is positive 3x. 2 times 2x is positive 4x. So 4x plus 3x is 7x. And 2 times 1 is 2. And so my final answer is 3x plus 2 and 2x plus 1. Now, it doesn't matter whether I put the 3x first or the 2x, as I'm about to show you. Let's say we had started off with 2x and 3x, okay? We'll still get the same factors, so we should expect to see 2x plus 1 times 3x plus 2. And I'm just going to quickly check. So the 2x is being multiplied by the 2. So the only way it gets multiplied is if it's over here. So the 2x gets, right, my outsides, the 2x gets multiplied by the 2. And my 3x gets multiplied by the 1. So I put the 1 here so that multiplication can happen. So my expression is 2x plus 1 times 3x plus 2. And either of these are correct. Doesn't matter what order you put the brackets in. It does matter what's inside the brackets. So see here we had a 2x with an additional 1, and here we had 2x plus 1. But the bracketed order themselves doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more of these questions, just so that we can, just so that you can try them yourself. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and do 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Okay. So again, if I look at this one, it's going to be x times 3x is 3x squared. And for 2, it's going to be 2 times 1. And I'm not going to put the negatives in yet because I'm going to wait and see where that's going to go. Okay. So I'm going to write over here 3x and x, and then I'm going to write 2 and 1. And I'm going to follow my pattern. So first I'm going to try going across. So 3x times 2x is equal to 6x, and x times 1 is equal to 1x. Okay? And now, at this point, I say, is there any way I can make 5x from this? Or negative 5x? Well, there is. If this was a negative 6x, then negative 6x plus 1x would equal negative 5x. Well, if I make this negative 6, then I have to make my 2 negative. So let me just shorten that. So then this becomes negative 2. All right? So when these things add together, they need to make this. And now we can check. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. So that works. So I try to add the negative on after just by doing addition and subtraction. So I don't actually have to do the diagonal because I know that this works. So I can go ahead, and in this bracket I'm going to put 3x. And in this bracket I'm going to put x. And so now I know 3x has to be multiplied by negative 2. So if my 3x is going to be multiplied by negative 2, the negative 2 needs to go in the other bracket. And my x is being multiplied by 1. So my x is being multiplied by 1. So I end up with 3x plus 1 and x minus 2. And if you were trying this at home, you might have gotten x minus 2 times 3x plus 1. And both of those answers are correct, and we can just check it. So 3x times x is 3x squared. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x. 1 times x is x, so negative 6x plus 1x is negative 5x, so we know it's correct. And I'll just do one more with you, okay? So that you can, I'm going to do, say, h. So 5 x squared minus 14x plus 8. So let's give this one a try. So 5 is 5x times 1x, and feel free to pause me and then try it yourself and come back and see if it's correct. And so 8. So let's try 4 and 2. Okay, so I have 5x and 1x and 4 and 2. So 5x times 4 is 20x, and x times 2 is 2x, right? Now this time my last number is positive, so I want to see if there's any way to make 14 from these. And if I do negative 20 minus, like if I add these, it's 22. If I subtract them, it's 18, so it's not going to be 14, so it's not going to work. So now I'm going to do the diagonals. Well, let me just cross this out. So I'm going to do 5x times 2 and 1x times 4. So 5x times 2 is 10x, and 1x times 4 is 4x, and 10 plus 4 is 14, which is good, but what I want is negative 14. So that means I need both of these to be negative, because negative 4 plus negative 10 is negative 14. So that means I need this negative 4, and I need this to be negative 2. So, and then I just check, negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, so I'm fine, right? I can put the negative 4 here and the negative 2 here. So I've been pretty lucky in picking my factors so far. So I've got 5x, and 5x is being 5x, and in my other bracket I have 1x, and 5x is being multiplied by negative 2, so 5x times negative 2, and my 1x is being multiplied by 4, so 1x times positive 4. Okay, so that's my answer, or x minus 2 times 5x plus 4. So I can check it. 5x squared. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I forgot my minus. Oh my goodness, sorry. This was a negative 4. That's what I did. So this is a negative 4, which I had right there and right there. So it's 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. When you add those together, you get negative 14x. And negative 4 times negative 2 is 8. I think lastly, if I can remember what I was doing already, I just want to do one where you might have to do the crisscross pattern more than once. So, let me try another one from your paper. Okay, so let's try G. So 10x squared. So we have 10x squared plus 3x minus 1. So this was G on your paper. Okay. All right. So 10 is 5 times. So let's try this time with 10 and 1. Okay. And then 1 is 1 times 1. So I'm going to do 10 and 1. And I'm going to 10x, and 1x, and then I'm going to do 1 and 1. Okay, so if I go, so I actually should have written my x's here, 10x and times 1x. So 10x times 1x is 10x squared, and 1 times 1 is negative 1, or 1 times 1 is 1. So let's try it. So I'm going to go across. So 10x times 1 is 10x, and 1x times 1 is 1x. And if I add these up, I get 11, and if I subtract them, I get 9, and that number is not 11 or 9. So let's try going the other way. So 10x times 1 is 10x, and 1x times 1 is 1x. So these end up being the same, and I still can't get 3. So that means both of these don't work. So now I need to say, okay, is there another way to get 10x squared? Well, I know that 10x squared is also 5x and 2x, and then I can still make this 1 and 1. So if this doesn't work, then you've got to See if there are more factors. If you get to the end and you've used all the factors of 10 and it still doesn't work, then it's not factorable. So 5x times 1 is equal to 5x. 2x times 1 is equal to 2x. 5x plus 2x is 7x. 5x minus 2x is 3x. And that's what I want. So that means if I make this one negative, 5x subtract 2x is 3x. I'm good. And so that means I want to make my 1 here negative. Okay, so now I can do my 2 brackets. And I have 5x and 2x. And so now I know that 2x has to be multiplied by negative 1, and that 5x has to be multiplied by positive 1. And so I'm done. So this part sometimes can take time depending on how many factors you have, okay? But what you will notice is you start to get quicker and quicker because you're like, oh, wait a minute, right? I need to find 3. Well, I'm never going to get that with ones from like 10 and 1. And then just as a final, depending on how you did this question, it could also have been 2x plus 1 times 5x minus 1. Okay, and if we check, 2x times 5x is 10x squared. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. 5x times 1 is 5x. 5x minus 2x is 3x. And 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Anyway, 10s, I hope this video helps. If you're still really stuck, pop in tomorrow morning and see me.